When you look at Africa, not more than 15% of the working age population is covered by the formal pension. And this is the problem, because most of the pension arrangements are skewed towards the formal sector workers, to the exclusion of the informal sector workers. Yet, when you look at the statistics, more of the working age, more of the workers are found in the informal sector. You know that in terms of the demographics that are provided by the United Nations, there is a transition in terms of the demographics that is happening. And we are seeing that the elderly, population of the elderly is growing. And the projection is that by 2050, this population is going to reach over 226 million. And it will be very expensive for the government to provide for this population in terms of the social pension. And that's why this is a problem that has to be arrested now, so that the elderly do not suffer from old age poverty. And also, the other issue is that now we are experiencing what we call the longevity risk in the insurance language, because we are witnessing after retirement, most people are living longer than before. In Kenya now, it is enshrined in the constitution that it is the responsibility of the government to take care of the elderly. So that means there will be a strain in terms of the fiscal provisioning, and the government has to shoulder this responsibility in terms of allocating taxes to provide for these people. In terms of readiness, I think yes, most of the countries in Africa are ready. Because when you look at the countries within Africa, already there is a regulator in place who looks at the pension industry. And this regulator is brought in because of the existing regulatory framework. Moving to the digital services and the digital platform, when you look at Africa, and I can give an example of Kenya, the penetration of the mobile money network is very high, and also in terms of even the use of the mobile payment platforms, it's also very high. So these are avenues that can be exploited in terms of extending pension inclusion to the informal sector. Then the other issue is most of the African countries, I can give an example of Rwanda, I can give an example of Kenya. They are thinking toward having a digital ID system. And this is very important because this is capturing all the details and the information of the population in a single digital platform. And this can be used in terms of even administering the pension system for the informal sector. Currently, we have even higher technological advancement in terms of the machine learning, the artificial intelligence, and all the computing capabilities that is capable of even providing personalized services. And the reason why we are saying there is exclusion in the informal sector is because some of the products that have existed before are, let's say, they are not catering for the uniqueness that exists and the unique characteristics that exist with this kind of population that we want to extend pension inclusion to the informal sector. Because these are people whose incomes are not steady. They might get it today and tomorrow they don't get it. These people are also want easy to opt in and opt out services, and also they also want to, in terms of consumption of the financial products, they want to consume several financial products in one go. Yeah, this is a very wonderful project, and I think in terms of fostering cooperation and even collaboration with stakeholders, and also bringing on board what we call the policy roundtables, where several players and even policy developers in various countries within the continent can come together and canvass issues that affect them in common. When you look at countries that have implemented programs for pension inclusion for the informal sector, you read about Ghana, you read about Ejoheza in Rwanda, you read about the Bao pension plan in Kenya. These are some of the success stories that can be documented, and I think that is the essence of this book, so that we can have all these stories documented, and then they can be shared across the continent, and then now people can read and also pick the lessons that they think can help them in terms of progressing the issue of inclusion of the informal sector in pension arrangement. Where the products have been developed, it can help in terms of replication in other countries, because I mentioned the problems facing the pension sector in Africa is more or less the same. And that's why if one project maybe succeeds in one country, it is very easy to pick that project and replicate it elsewhere for the benefit of the population that is excluded from the pension arrangement.